So yeah, now we can continue. There was just this afternoon a question about question 2 on the test, yeah. So what was the question? What? And I can't remember the question. Ah, yes. So that is actually a very simple thing. That is this one of these melt bananas. You remember? We did in class, I showed you these melt bananas. They look like this. We did it for the olivines, we did it for the plagioclase, and we did it for the OPX. So and these are just these bananas. So then you have here for the plagioclase, that was the question. You have here the amortite, here you have the albite, and the amortite is the calcium-rich end member, calcium Al2Si2O8, and the albite is the sodium-rich end member, NaAl3Si3. That is only one Al, sodium aluminium Si3O8. So and this one is formed at high temperatures at about 1550 degrees Celsius, and this one is formed at lower temperatures. I think it's about 1120 degrees Celsius, but that you have to check in your notebooks. If you have a melt of this composition, then you are going there. That is the liquidus. Here you have the solidus. Then you are going there, and then you are crystallizing out along the solidus, and then you are getting at the end a plagioclase of this composition. Yeah, that was the thing. So now we can clean this. So now we are continuing here with our things from before Easter. Before Easter, I told you, or I introduced you into the Middle Ocean ridge basalts. Yeah, the Middle Ocean ridge basalts are formed at the Middle Ocean ridges. So, and there we made following pictures, or following picture. We have here the oceanic crust. I made it the oceanic crust always green, because peridotitic rocks, you saw them in coral, they are of green color, and therefore I made it the oceanic crust green. That is the oceanic crust here. Then we are continuing just to displace here, because there I will make another picture. So then we have here at the Middle Ocean ridges, that is then here, something like that. There we are forming the N-morb. The N-morb, that is a normal morb, yeah, and the N-morb is very depleted in rare earth elements, and it is actually this basalt which is chemically very close to the chondrite. And the chondrite is the meteorite. And this chondrite represents the chemical composition 4.6 billion years ago when our planet was formed. So here we have the N-morb. Now we are going here to the boundary between the upper and the lower mantle. And this boundary that is in a depth of about 700 kilometers. So here that is then boundary between the lower mantle and the upper mantle. So that is a boundary layer. We are calling this a boundary layer, 700 kilometer depth. About 700 kilometer. We have a boundary layer. And at this boundary layer, we are forming the E-type wall, or we are calling them also that is the N or P type, or P. The others are calling it the normal warp, the others are calling it the P warp. P warp stands then for primitive. So then we have the E-type warp. The E-type so at the E-type warp, that is this basalt, which you can find at the ocean island basalt. And that is then here the oil. So the oil, that is the ocean island basalt, and this oil has a plumb component. So that is a plumb. So in this plumb, or these ocean island basalts, they are enriched in certain elements. So in there I will give you now a table so and these plumbs, they are going then here through the crust or through the asthenosphere. And then they are reaching finally the oceanic crust, and then you can form an ocean island basalt, or you can form a hotspot. Yeah, you know the hotspot, the most famous hotspot is the Hawaiian hotspot. So that nobody becomes confused, here we are at the top, of course, we have our water. Yeah, so when this volcano will then just come out through the water. Yeah, you did this experiment with steel, with the ammonium volcano, and there you could see very nicely how a volcano is formed. Yeah, that it will, finally it will then come out of the water. I mean, 45 million years ago, Fiji was still under the water. Yeah, and then it becomes finally lifted up. So therefore we are now distinguished. We have the warp, and the warp can be subdivided in P-type or E-type. And we have the ocean island tolate. Oip. That is then the ocean island tolate. So and there we have now, we are comparing now certain elements with each other. So and there I have done a mistake, sorry for that. that is the N type, and that is the P type. So, and that is then P or E type. You can call them P or E type. And here we are removing the P because it stands not for primitive. P stands here in this case for the plumb component, and the plumb component is enriched. Now it is true, yeah? So you can call them P or E type, and that is then the plumb, and the E that is enriched, that stands here for enriched, and that is enriched because of the plumb component. So now it's correct. So now we are checking their different elements. We are checking potassium, we are checking rubidium, we are checking barium, and we are checking strontium. So, and then we are checking the ratio between potassium and rubidium, the ratio between potassium and barium, and the ratio between strontium and rubidium. So, and of course the N-type warp, I told you that is the depleted one, has then a lower concentration of potassium, whereas the one with the plumb component, the E-type, has then more potassium, that is the 1864. I have written here, yeah? So, and then we have the ocean island tolite, that is like a hotspot, I told you. So, and there we have even much more. That varies in potassium between 1,600 and 8,300. So if you are looking for the rubidium concentration, then the rubidium at the N-warp, at the middle ocean ridge, is very low. We have here only 1 ppm, yeah, it is in ppm. Here we have 4.5 at the P-type. So, and if you are looking for the ocean island basalt, yeah, it varies between 5 and 12. If you are looking at the barium concentration, then the barium concentration at the N-type warp is also very low. It's about 5.5. Here at the P-type warp, with the plumb component, it is 12.2. And here, of course, it is then much higher, and that is 150 to 400. So if we are looking now for the strontium, we have at the warp 105. We have at the, with the plumb component, we have 127. So in the ocean island tolite has then here shows a variation between what? Here is not 150 to 400, here is between 70 and 200, and here it is between 150 and 400, sorry for that. So then you can see that the N-type is very depleted compared to the P-type and very, very much completed compared to the ocean island tolling. So and there you can then calculate these ratios. You can just do it now and tell me then the numbers. But we are doing this now only for the normal one and for the clump component. So yeah, now you have to divide concentration of potassium by the concentration of rubidium and tell me then here the result. Yes, that is 1064. So then the same here. Four one four, yes. So then the numbers here, 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 and here. One. 193, yeah, that's fine. One five three. 153. 105. 28. So did Natasha measure also the rubidium, barium, and the strontium? I'm also not sure. If she has not measured it, then send her an email that she should measure it. You know now why. So now the question is, here the N-type, it is very depleted, yeah? So and here the ocean island basalts are very enriched, yeah? So but now the question is, where does this potassium come from? Where does this high values of rubidium, strontium, and barium coming from, yeah? So I mean, we are sitting here at the boundary between the lower mantle and the upper mantle and the lower mantle. So if there is a convection or a flux from the lower mantle into the upper mantle, then it is still the question, where does this potassium, rubidium, strontium, and barium coming from? Yeah? So because the lower mantle is enriched in iron, magnesium, nickel, cobalt, chromium, you can just ask him for an example. He got very high nickel and chromium concentration inside, yeah. So, but here in this ocean island tolerites, we have this high potassium, rubidium, strontium, and barium stuff inside, yeah. So, and now the question is, where does this come from? So and now we have to think about where this is coming from. Because this one is better. Now we have to think about where this is coming from. And therefore we have to think about now how does the upper and the mantle, what's happening in the upper and the lower mantle. So what happens there? Yeah, we have two theories to explain the mantle convection. Two theories for mantle convection. So therefore we need, when we have two theories, we are needing two pictures. One is a cake like this, the other one is a cake like that. So and now they are actually very similar, but they are not that similar. There is something completely different. Then we have here the oceanic crust. So that we have here a descending slab. It could also be something else. Here we have another descending slab. So then we have here the boundary. Here we have the boundary as well. That is a 650 kilometer. That is a discontinuity. In 650 kilometer, that here is the UP. UM, yeah, for upper mantle. And that is the LM here for lower mantle. So now it still looks the same, but now it will, I will change the whole thing. One model looks like this. That we have here convection cell. And here we have the other convection cell. So and here we have two convection cells. In the upper mantle we have a convection cell here UM, and we have in the lower mantle a convection cell, and here we have in both cases the core. So if we are looking for the other model, then we have here a convection cell. Here we are making an additional convection cell. You can do this at the other one as well. Yes, then we are making it so as well. But in the lower mantle, in the other model, in the lower mantle, we do not have a convection cell. So these are the two models, yeah. For the lower mantle, I mean in the upper mantle, we know that we have convection cells. But we do not know if we have in the lower mantle also convection cells. These are the two models. So, but that explains by now not why then the ocean island solid, there the welt is coming here from the boundary, why the ocean island solid is then enriched in potassium and rubidium, barium, strontium and rubidium. So how can we bring them here to this boundary? How we can then bring there potassium, rubidium, strontium and barium? Because these are mainly these are elements which you are finding much more, which are actually in the continental crust, yeah? So and now you are finding them there in these ocean island basalts, yeah? So they must come from somewhere. They must come from somewhere in this world. I can remove this, yeah? I'm just doing it. So does somebody have an idea? If we have here, for example, a continental crust and an oceanic crust, yeah? But it does not matter if it is a collision between a continental crust or an oceanic crust. It's in both cases the same. Then we have here part of the continental crust. I'm making it CC, yeah, for continental crust, not for calcite. And here we have the collision of an oceanic crust, OC, with the continental crust, and the slab goes down, yeah? So, and then we have here, let us say the depth of 600 and we have here the discontinuity in 650 kilometers, yeah? So then, afterwards, it can look like this. So then your slab has reached the depth of 650 kilometers. So and then the slab finally breaks off, yeah? It can break off here or it can break off there, yeah? It just becomes instantly breaking off and then it goes to the ground, yeah? So and then you have these remnants lying around here, yeah? So, or it can look like this. Here again, the continental crust. Your slab can also do something like this. It totally rolls back, and then you have here your discontinuity, yeah? Then it's breaking off here, and then your random is lying around at an upper mantle boundary to the core mantle, to the lower mantle boundary, yeah? It can also be that it is much more steep. CC, then it just goes this way. So that is now a little bit very steep, then it breaks out, and then it moves to here, and then it is lying around there. Yeah? So, and I told you in ES303 that the oldest oceanic crust on this planet is 200 million years old. Yeah? So in these old oceanic fragments, you can find in the North Atlantic, not in the North Atlantic, in the North Pacific. Yeah? There you can find old fragments of slabs. No, not old fragments of slabs. There you can find the oldest part of the oceanic crust. So where here, the oldest oceanic crust here is 45 million years old, yeah? So that means if the oldest oceanic crust worldwide is 200 million years old, but the whole planet is 4.6 billion years old, but I mean 4.6 billion years ago, you did not have any plate tectonic. Plate tectonic starts at about 4.4 billion years. So if we are looking for that, then we have to recycle the whole oceanic crust 20 times since this planet exists. Yeah? Do you get it? Do you got it? Yeah. So, and if we have these old fragments lying there around, then we can bring to the upper mantle, lower mantle boundary, we can bring potassium, rubidium, strontium, and all these things. Yeah. So, and then those most of them they are going with the overlying sediments from the oceanic crust. Yeah. There you have it. And the next thing is, if you are going to the internet and then you are checking these earthquake websites, yeah, then you can just figure out all the earthquakes every day happening here, yeah. I mean, here you have actually everyday earthquakes, but you cannot feel them at the surface because to 99% they are hosted in a depth of about 650 kilometers. So, and that is just the instability of old remnants lying here around. Between is nothing lying around here in Fiji, because otherwise your peridotite would be enriched. Yeah? So that is this. So, because if you are looking again, if you are looking again to your figures before, yeah, from the mantle convection, I will not put them again here. Then we have the upper mantle. And we have the lower mantle. So, and then you can just check the 87, 86 strontium. Has or shows a value of 0.7, 2.5. So then the lower mantle is relative enriched in potassium group elements the 87 to 86 strontium value is chondritic. So and now you can tell me from your documents what is the value for the 86 to 87 strontium ratio in the chondrites? So just go a few weeks back, and then I gave you the value for the chondrites. That is 0.0 what? You have written it somewhere in your script. I can see it. You are on the right page. Yes, and now you can tell us what the value is. .705. So that means it is that is the same value as for the chondrite, yeah. So and then they are relatively enriched in the potassium group elements, and now that is then the proof that is then the proof for a mass flux from the lower into the upper mantle. We are going back to our picture from before. I mean 2 pictures before that I can just repeat here again. Here again, our oceanic crust. OC. Then we have our boundary in 650 or 700 kilometer depth. So then we are forming here our N-warp. So and here we have our plumb component, P-warp. So and then that means we have here maybe convection, but and then we have here another convection, and here we have another convection, and here we have then a mass flux from the lower mantle into the upper mantle. And we have additionally fragments of slabs, and these fragments we are calling them a megalite. So these megalites, megalite is when you are translating it, it is just a huge piece of rock, yeah. So and they are lying around there, they are lying everywhere around, and they can hang around in the Earth's lower mantle in billions and billions of years. I mean not 6 or 7 because the planet is only 4.6 billion years old, yeah. So at the beginning we had no subduction, so I mean there is no stuff hanging around which is maybe older than 3.5 billion years, but they can lie there around till they can be totally recycled maybe between 2 and 3 billion years. So in all these slabs which are hanging around in the lower mantle, they are actually causing a huge inhomogeneity. And this inhomogeneity, the result of this inhomogeneity, that is the earthquakes. Yeah? So, but it is also the reason that you can create new melt and to form then new oceanic crust and to form new continental crust. Yeah. So that was this. So now we are going to the OIPs, to the ocean islands. So the oceanic islands, as I told you just right now, they have a plumb component. So in the plumb component, that is the E-type, more. Now we need again a picture. Here we have again the oceanic crust, OC. Then we have here an oceanic island. So and we have here now an oceanic island which is just coming out of the water. Here we have the water. And then we are going now back. Here we have then the boundary here between the oceanic the lithosphere and the oceanic asthenosphere. So then we are going down to the boundary between the lower and the upper mantle. So and therefore we can then measure different elements, yeah. So and here at this boundary, I'm making this now in red, that is better, because there it is hot. So and here in this stuff here, that is the plumb component. That is the plumb component. So and now we are comparing different elements, and there we are looking now for strontium. So in the strontium values in the asthenosphere, that means in the in the upper mantle, ranges between 0.7 0.22 and between 0.7 0.7028. If we are looking here at the plumb component, then we have here strontium values. They are ranging between 0.0028 to 0.007. So, and if you are looking for the epsilon neodymium, then we have here values ranging between plus 12 and plus 8. If we are going here to this side, then our neodymium ranges between 8 and minus 6. So, and you can measure this concentration, and you can measure this concentration and then comparing with each other, and then you can figure out where does your well come from. So these values, or these elements which you are measuring here, these are called the raw earth elements. Yeah, I mean you are measuring in your rock the elements from the rock forming minerals. That is the magnesium, iron, silica, calcium, potassium, sodium, manganese, titanium, and this stuff. And then you are measuring the raw earth elements. These raw earth elements can be subdivided in the light raw earth elements, the heavy raw earth elements, and the high strength field elements. So, but for you as an ES301 student, for you it's okay if you know what raw earth elements sind. So, and the raw earth elements, the raw earth elements, yeah, that is just a shortcut for raw earth elements. The raw earth elements are written in ppm concentrations. So why is this? What is ppm? That is parts per million, yeah? So, and that shows you that these raw earth elements are only occur in very, very low concentration, yeah? Because the main elements which you can find in the rock forming minerals, they are written down in, where can I help you? Those things. Or should you like it? No. Yes, I have now to continue and you are going out. Hop, hop, hop. So, and these raw earth elements, they are written down in parts per million, and if they even occur in lower concentrations, then they are written down in ppb, that is parts per billion. Yeah? But there you need a good facility to measure this with a very low resolution. Yeah. So, and these are also called the BSE, and the BSE, that is the bulk silly earth. So, and they are showing you, the raw earth elements, showing you the difference of the original composition of the earth. So and the original, and that is then called, the original composition of the Earth is then called the bulk silly Earth. Yep. But finally, it is not for 100%. The problem is now not for 100% solved. Yeah. So that is still the question: where does the plumes come from? So where does the plumes come from? And a lot of people, they are working on this. So and, I told you today 2 models. I showed you today 2 models where these plumes are coming from. And now we are summarizing it. Now we are summarizing it. Actual, no, not actual. Most recent models. So, there's the mass flux. The mass flux from the lower mantle into the upper mantle. That is one thing. Next thing is subduction. How deep does the subduction go? Go. Then next question, how long takes it to recycle a megalite? Because recycled old crustal material material, not materiat, outcrusted material plus more are the main source for volcanism. Intraplate volcanoes, they are making just 1 to 2%. Intraplate volcanism made only 1 to 2%. So yes, are you done? Yeah. So now we are going to the example of Hawaii. Hawaii is a hotspot, I told you this. So that is a hotspot. So then we make it Hawaii now. Then we have here the oceanic crust again. So here we have the boundary between the upper and the lower mantle. Then we have here different volcanoes sitting on the Hawaii hotspot chain. So, and here we have the different clumps rising up. So, and this one is there, and this one, therefore, this one is working. So, and I need the thing is, the oceanic crust above is moving, yeah? The oceanic crust above is moving. And it moves here maybe in this direction. And to solve the confusion, we are removing these three clumps. We have only here this the plum. That's the plum. Here, yes, that's the next one. The oceanic crust above is moving, so and the asthenosphere is fixed, yeah? So and I did, of course, 10 million years ago, or I don't know, I did it with you in 106, then this volcano was formed, then this one, yeah? So the oceanic crust is moving, and then if a certain part from the oceanic crust is then just above the hotspot, then you are forming a volcano, yeah? And that is then the active one, yeah? So, but now, if you are checking the Hawaiian basalts, then they are also. Now we are doing now something else. We have different stages. Different stages at the Hawaiian hotspot trail. Different stages, jawohl. So stage number 1, we have a deep marine stage. We have a deep marine stage, and in this deep marine stage, our volcano, we have volcanic eruption, but they are, as the word says, a deep marine, that means that it's under the water, yeah? So I mean, if you are running around on the surface, then nothing will happen to you. If you are around as a diver or with a submarine, then it can be dangerous, yeah? That you are burning your feet. So that is then the deep marine stage. Then stage number 3, 2, that is then after the deep marine stage, we have a shallow marine stage. Yes, because we are growing now our volcano, yeah? So in these are things which you should describe, for example, from your observation, from your experiments, yeah? Because when you made the ammonium volcano, one can see this very beautiful how the stages are, yeah? I mean, you have no water because otherwise the whole experiment would not work, but you could observe very nicely and very beautiful how this caldera is formed, yeah? At least I could see this. So, then we have number 3, the sub-aerial stage. And the sub-aerial stage, that is the shield forming stage. So, and these 3 stages are then called that is the initial shield state or stage. So, and there you are forming then chemically toluenes. So then number 4, what we have at next. Number 4, that is the caldera stage. Number 5, that is then the post-caldera stage. Number 6, if your volcanic activity stops, yeah, because the volcano is now sitting somewhere there, yeah, what you are making then, there is no volcanic eruption anymore, then you have the erosion stage. Erosion. Stage. So then your volcano becomes again smaller and smaller and smaller. Then we have number 7. That is the reef growing stage. Then we have number 8. Then you have a post-erosion eruption stage. The post-erosion eruption stage, that means you have later on volcanic eruption, So that means the volcano was then not moving farther away. There I was talking bullshit. It is still standing there, but it was just 1 to 2 million years again feeded. Yeah? So, and then at number 9, we have the atoll stage. So, and I told you here, at the shield forming stage, we are producing toleritic rocks. Yeah? Toleritic rocks are chemically different, yeah, from other rocks which you are forming there. So then later on you are forming in the post-caldera stage here, you are forming alkali basalts. Basalts. So, and then we have the post-erosional eruption stage. We are forming something else, and therefore we are forming nephelinite. So, and you know the mineral nepheline? So nephelinite. And you know by now that the alkali basalts, here we make a K, and you know by now the nephelinite, and the nepheline, you know, that is a very silica undersaturated mineral. That is, if you are looking at the QAPF, that it is on the lower part. Yeah, these are then rocks which contain nepheline and which contain leucite and calcite instead of plagioclase and feldspar. So, and here in Vitilevo, I think you can also find nepheline-bearing rocks, is it? I think I read something about it. So, in the whole Hawaiian hotspot chain consists of 7 islands. Islands, and there, today, Kilauea, how is it written? Kilauea is active. So, and now, next week we are doing then the chemistry of these Hawaiian basalts and starting with the continental flat basalts. And for today we are done.